Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Fred. I just wanted to say thank you for the pre-orders. It is live now. You guys have seen the barrage that I'm throwing at you all. I've worked really hard on this record, and I want to give a big shout out to my backup band, The Flood, which is Troy Meserol. You guys know him from One of My Land. He and I have been doing projects forever. He put a lot of time into this thing, helped record. We recorded here in my studio, but he brought a lot of the gear over, a lot of the equipment, turned a lot of knobs, did a lot of stuff, and did the mixing, the mastering, and engineering and whatnot. So big thanks to Troy. My buddy Jake Peters playing the bass in The Flood. He came down and laid down bass tracks for the record. We have a podcast. He and I are both pretty into video games. I've known Jake for a really long time. He's been a really good friend. And I brought him into this project. So thanks, Jake, for being a part of this and making the record. And then my buddy Nate Kuhn. Nate's the drummer in The Flood. He and I fostering a friendship. It's been a challenge for all of us because the style of music that we're doing isn't punk rock. It's something completely foreign to most of us. It isn't anything that we were all really used to. Nate did a really good job of finding the groove and laying it down, keeping things steady, letting the songs breathe. Big thanks to those guys. Couldn't have made the record without them. It's been a lot of work. I put a lot of time into recording and making these songs something special. So thank you to everybody who's ordered the record in advance. We have a couple little freebies that we're giving out, pin packs for all the pre-orders. You guys will get that. And then you also get like a really cool die cut sticker. But I kind of wanted to talk today a little bit about the process. I had a really good conversation last night with a friend of mine. He made the statement that a lot of people don't realize where stuff comes from. Everything that we have, somebody had to make something. It doesn't just exist. And I think oftentimes we kind of take it for granted. So what I wanted to do was talk about everything that goes into making a record. To write the songs first of all. So a lot of time goes into writing, the recording process once you get the stuff written, and then there's a lot of a process in editing. And editing not in Photoshop where you're like whiting out all the mistakes, but editing in like structure of songs, the lyrical content of the songs. I really put a lot of time into the lyrics. I do my best not to rhyme cow with how. Something you work on. This is an endeavor. When you take it serious and it's something you really love to do, it's a trade more so than just a hobby. And I'm by no means anywhere near where I'd like to be as far as a writer, but it's a process and it's a slow moving process, and this is a step along the way. So it starts with the writing, you get the songs down, and then the rehearsing and the practicing and the putting it together. Endless hours of doing that and learning and working to write and play with one another. That's a big part of it. Then you have to record. So there's a lot of knowledge and know-how over the years that I've amassed, and more importantly, Troy Meserol has amassed. And we've been in studios, we've done all kinds of stuff together. Music-wise, we have gleaned a lot of information from people and how to do this and how to record, what mics to use, what settings to use, what software to use, how to line up click tracks, how to do punch edits, how to do vocals, how to get something sounding really good on our own. Mitigates creative limitations you would have in the studio, because every hour, maybe if you're in the studio, you're paying $75 to $100 an hour. When you have your own stuff, you can literally do it. And that's a double-edged sword. A lot of people don't think about that. When you have access to do whatever the heck you want to do in your own studio, sometimes it gets to be kind of confusing. Sometimes it gets a little nerve-wracking because, oh man, this can always be better. That can be better. I should do this. I don't like the way this sounds. I got to go back. I got to fix this. So that part of you that just acceptance is a big part of writing a record and recording. Is like you just have to set it down, know when to stop. So we do all that. We need it to be distributed to online places like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, Shazam. There's a lot of the distribution part then that if you're not being managed by a manager, or if you don't have a record label to do all this work for you, and we've had the fortunate opportunity of being signed to a record label in the past, so we kind of understand some of it. There's still a lot of hurdles that you encounter when you are independent. Publicity is a big one. Like if I could have a publicist, it would be amazing. I've written over 40 review blogs and given them download codes of this record. Not a single one has even downloaded the record to listen to it. That's a hurdle that's really tough for somebody like me to get by without having representation. It's very difficult for an artist to just say, oh, listen to my band, listen to me, listen to what I'm doing. I mean, it could be really great, but I'm telling you, if somebody comes to my door and says, hey, buy my thing, I'm not going to. But if my neighbor says, hey, I picked up this thing, it's really good, I'm gonna take that referral a little more serious. Getting music reviews on the internet and getting people to talk about your music is one of the most important things that you can do as a musician. Anyone who's shared links, shared my music online, it means the world to me, because it's so much better to have other people hear it from you guys and have me try to force stuff down your throat. But nobody's gonna look out for me more than myself, so that's why I'm constantly barraging this pre-order, the record, check it out, because I have to. It's on me. Everything you guys can do to help out, I am grateful for it. You gotta have a physical product, and vinyl's making a big comeback. I collect vinyl. The guys in my band collect vinyl. My friends collect vinyl. Vinyl's not cheap to make. So then you gotta find one of the plants in the US to work with you to press your vinyl record. You just have to hope that enough people are talking about your music that when you get all these vinyl records, they don't just sit in a closet for years, back to pushing it, letting people know that it exists. I don't even want to get into ISRC coding, but needless to say, the vinyl. The big thing with the vinyl is my buddy Mike Fritz did the artwork. He has been more than gracious with his time and his artistic ability. And I know I've had a lot of compliments on the album artwork for My Gasoline Heart. It's like this old gas can. So Mike, knockout job on that. The inserts for the vinyl record are being special made by a local guy named Scott Stearns, who runs Lost Trail Press. I am actually going to go over there and shoot some video while we make those. We're going to be screen printing the inserts. So, you know, when you get your album and you're looking at it, just know that a lot of TLC has gone into it, a lot of preparation, really trying to make this thing special and within a budget that I have, because I want to make another one after this. I want to do more music. Just want to say thank you guys. You guys have been awesome. Thanks for coming out to the shows. Thanks for showing your support. Thanks for the venues for always booking me, like the Lake Resort, Edinburgh Lake Resort, and the Edinburgh Hotel Bar. And I don't want to start naming places because there's so many. Firehouse Tap and Grill, Buccia Vineyard out in Ohio, the Breakwell Barbecue. Places that have been really, really kind to me. I don't want to leave anybody out. Voodoo Brewery, Riverside Brewery is going to have me here soon. There's a lot of moving parts, and I couldn't do it without you guys, and I couldn't do it without the people that you guys don't hear about often, like Scott Stearns, Mike Fritz, my backing band, The Flood, again, Troy Meserol, Nate Kuhn, Jake Peters, and then his wife Sarah's been singing with us a little bit. There's been a lot of people working to make this a reality, because we all, at the end of the day, we all love doing this stuff. It's enjoyable for us, our families, our friends. So much love and support. So thank you guys very much. If you haven't yet, go check out the pre-order for My Gasoline Heart, www.fredoakman.com. That's me. That's my website. And then there's links to that direct you to my Bandcamp site, because the record comes out October 25th. Barring there's no unforeseen circumstances, you know, barring that there's not a delay with anything here and there, we're lining up a release show. We'll see you October 25th at the Firehouse Tap and Grill for our album release show. Our buddies in this band called This American Song out in Erie are going to be on that bill with us. It means the world to me that, you know, I can rest a little easier knowing that people actually want the music. You put all this time in it, you just don't know. So the first day of pre-orders went really well. So thank you guys very much. You guys rock. Thank you. Take it easy. Talk to you soon.